What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, it's been news trickling in dealing with the Madeline Soto case and dealing with Stephan Stearns, him being in jail, making a certain phone call that occurred, what was it, March 13th, 2024, been newly released. I seen this last week. I didn't touch it. But, you know, you guys been sending it to me in my email, like, hey, Steve, talk about this. What's your thoughts about this? So I want to talk about a little bit about this situation. The reason why I haven't been touching this as of lately, even though there have been small news snippets coming out, a lot of this stuff, you know, is not known besides what they're saying, but it's already stuff we heard for the most part. And they're keeping this hush, both the defense and the prosecution, because they got evidence stacked against this guy that we have not yet seen. And they are fully confident they're going to get a conviction out of this fool. This is one of the worst people on the planet. And I'm being honest with you, from what we've heard and what was seen and been collected so far, you know, as far as evidence is concerned, it makes me sick to my stomach to even look at this man's picture. And I'm being dead honest with you. No man acts like that. This guy right here comes across to me as a big ass kid. Even with him being busted and interrogated, like I'll show you some part of that today, him and Jen Soto seem like they deserve each other. This guy ran roughshod through that house, and it was his playground, and the results are what they are. And you cannot tell me, as a grown-up, a responsible parent, a lot of you guys are too, that she did not know anything about this. I want to show you something real quick. We're going to go back a little bit, right? Let's go to when the police interrogation video. We'll go back to that, and we'll go and we'll break down how he tried to play stupid and his childish type thought process made him look stupid in front of these detectives. And a lot of times when you see people in the interrogation room, when they're finally caught and the spotlight's on them, they can't even deflect themselves and they look even more shameful. Take a look at this and we'll come back and break some of this stuff down, because I'm going to talk about him. And I'm going to talk about the dumbass mom, Jen, too. You cannot tell me she ain't know nothing. Watch.
That you gave the deputies consent to look through your phone. You did? Okay. And you voluntarily gave it to them so they could bring it here to do the extraction and stuff like that. Okay. What do you think was on the phone?
Text messages. Emails. Phone stuff.
Pictures?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of pictures were on there?
Training card pictures, lightsaber pictures, Disney pictures.
Do you have a Google account?
Yeah.
Do you save pictures to your Google account?
Sometimes.
Or is it automatically? I know sometimes phones sync to a cloud and...
Yeah, I think it backs up to Google.
And then sometimes when you reset your phone and your phone updates and puts these apps back on your phone, sometimes they will put the images back on your phone.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you have
Oh, I assume so.
any pictures of you?
Probably. I mean, we went to Disney, took selfies on the train. She got back from Puerto Rico and had her hair braided. We got pictures of that. All sorts of pictures. Family events. I'm not as much of a shutterbug. Take them every once in a while.
Any other pictures that you think of? Here's where I'm going to be brutally honest with you. There's your phone. And I'm pretty pretty sure you know what some of those pictures are about. You're a very intelligent person. And I don't want you to discredit yourself by saying you don't know about all the pictures that are on your phone. You understand what I'm saying? So do you want to add to the list of pictures?
Should I be talking with a lawyer right now?
I can't answer that question. My sole purpose right now is to see if I can find, and I'm really hoping you can help me.
Okay, well, I'd like to try to help, but I feel like I should probably have a lawyer present at this point.
So you're wanting an attorney?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That can happen. I want to let you know you're not free to leave. You're being detained, okay? Do you want to know what you're being detained for? Capital sexual battery and possession of child pornography. So we're going to step out. If you need anything, please tap on this door. Okay? And there's going to be detectives outside that will be able to assist you.
Okay.
Well, good luck to you, Mr. Is it Stearns?
Yeah.
Stern.
Let me ask you guys something. You ever seen little kids or teenagers get in trouble and they get busted and they know they're wrong? They know you're mad at them and they know that what they did was messed up. So what they do is they sit there and they talk as limited as possible, don't make no eye contact, and just sit there hoping that you buy the bullshit that come out their mouth. That is Stephan Stearns right there. What's on the phone? You know, you gave us permission to go through the phone and stuff, right? Yeah. What was on the phone? What you think was on it? Text, pictures, what you think was on the pictures? If they asking them questions, they already know. But he gonna stick to his guns and look stupid as hell. Disney stuff. So you had pictures of Madeline on it. I ain't say her name. You had pictures of Madeline on it. Yeah, she had came back from vacation. She had her hair braided, and you know, we went to Disney and stuff. Just stuff like that. Look how they made him look stupid. You know, like, you know, sometimes pictures, they go up in the cloud and they come back on your phone when you know, you're going through your phone and stuff like that. And, you know, you want and try to erase your phone and reset the phone. I tried it twice. I don't know why I did it. Come on now. Come on. That's neither here nor there because we already know he's already lying, folks. But the reason why I showed you that is this. This guy had over, I got it written down, 1,500 disturbing photos and the videos of Madeline Soto in his phone, a 13-year-old girl who wasn't 13 at the time. They say he was touching this girl supposedly since she was 8 years old. And you cannot tell me at 8 years old, all the way up until now, it was the perfect, and excuse my words, molestation or sexual abuse of a child to where she never said anything. Her behavior never changed or anything. And her dumbass mom didn't pick up on any type of change in her behavior, whether it was positive or negative. I want you to think about that. My little girl is 8. She'll hit her toe and come in here screaming. If something crazy happened at her mom's house, she'll come and say something to me, even if it's something insignificant, because, you know, kids talk to you, they relate to you, they share memories, Funny things, things that they don't even know is inappropriate to say about a household or anything. They don't know. At 8 years old, you ain't some total knowledge. As an adult, you're still a child. I'm sure it was times where she said she was hurting down there or something didn't feel right. I don't understand this. I don't. And I don't mean to get upset, but I'm trying not to cuss. But this guy right here really irks me. Look at this part right here.
Stephan, so what's going to happen now is we have a warrant to collect a couple of items from you, okay? So basically, this young lady here, we're going to swab your cheek, you know, we're going to take some of your clothes, stuff like that, okay? So she is going to take some pictures of you as well, like your hands, and we're going to ask you to take your jacket off so we can get your arms and all that stuff too, okay?
Place your jacket in here.
All right, so in the name of the state of Florida, all right, any sworn Kissimmee police officer, Osceola County Sheriff's Deputy, Orange County Deputy, sworn investigator of the State Attorney's Office of the Ninth Judicial Circuit Court of Florida, Special Agent of Florida Department of Law Enforcement, FDLE, or any sworn police officer, Deputy Sheriff acting under a mutual aid or cooperation agreement with the Sheriff's Office of Osceola County. Whereas before me, the Honorable Judge, it's hard to read his handwriting, of the Ninth Judicial Circuit of Orange County, Osceola County, the sworn written application affidavit search warrant has been made on this date by Detective Moore of the Kissimmee Police Department, assigned to the Criminal Investigations Division. And whereas the facts made known in this application and search warrant, there may be cause to certify and find probable cause to believe that certain evidence, to wit, DNA, genetic material, buccal swabs from you, Stephen Michael Stearns, blood, saliva, or epithelial cells to be collected from you, Michael Stearns, photographs and swabs of your penis, and clothing worn by you as of right now. All right, this is evidence. This is believed to be evidence of the felony crime that we've already talked about that took place in Florida, which is a violation of statute 7940114B and 8270715A, prohibiting the crimes of sexual battery, possession of material depicting sexual performance of a child.
And if you could put your hands out like this and turn them over. Do you want me to kick out this watch? Yes, that'll work. And your hat also, please. If you can take off your shirt.
Last sip of water before you go?
Yes, please.
Yes, okay.
Oh, please, thank you.
All of it?
We won't go on until we get it done.
Thank you.
Would you like some more?
Go on.
Okay, head out there, just wait with her. She'll get you a little bit more water, and then I'm gonna check this room, and we will get out of here.
See that? They asked him earlier in the interview, what clothes was you wearing? I was wearing these ones. They take his clothes. Take pictures of him with his shirt off. He looked like an empty bag of potato chips. 30-something years old and your body looked like that. You wasn't even working at the time and all of this stuff happened. You couldn't work out. Seriously. And I mean, it sounds crazy because it won't really have nothing to do with it. But think about this. This guy had better things he could have been working on other than his girlfriend, on and off girlfriend's daughter. No self-improvement at all. And all this person did was contribute with destroying the life of somebody else who he had access with because the mom was so into him. It's crazy. I would not ever accept as a man a woman telling her daughter that's young as this girl to lay in a bed with me. Hell, any daughter. It's like nobody puts this together as in that side of that situation out of those three people. Yeah, they said she had night terrors and all this other stuff. She would have laid in her bed and cried it out. Now this guy is locked up because not only this, and this part was crazy to me. He supposedly got a desktop computer from his father, right? His father's name's Chris. He got a desktop computer from his father. They confiscate the computer. The computer had 25,000 images of child pornography on it. Now I'm gonna tell you something. People that do this type of stuff are compulsive. That right there is uber compulsiveness. You cannot tell me around Jen, even when he was dealing with her on a physical level, and you know what I'm talking about, some of this stuff didn't come out to where she probably thought it was strange with her interaction with him. This guy loved children to the point where he was consumed by watching them in impure acts. Think about that. People, me as a man looking at Stephan Stearns and being, from what he comes off to be an act, I would be like, something's wrong with this dude. Maybe she didn't see it because something's wrong with her. All in all, man, this is upsetting because you got an innocent life that's lost on her birthday, and the mother acts as though she doesn't know anything. And I'm going to tell you what I think that's about with the police and why she's not arrested as well. In fact, before we even get into that, this is the part that's really going to upset a lot of you, or a lot of you guys have already been talking about this. We're going to go for little snippets of Jen talking to investigators, well, police during the interrogation. Watch her body language and watch how she acts. Look.
You offering him a lawyer is very weird.
I know. That was still me under the assumption that, I think at one point you guys interviewed me, and when you guys showed me the picture of her, I believed the sexual stuff, but I didn't want to believe that he had done anything evil to her. I'm like, no, what if he did this stuff fine, but what if she's still missing out there? What if somebody took her?
Right. You guys heard that, right? Before we even go into a body language or anything like that, I just want to point out something real fast. She said, they asked her, in case you guys wasn't listening, we thought it was odd that you offered him a lawyer as soon as he got arrested after you knew what the charges was. She says, I know, twice. I know. She's trying to think in her head. Then she couldn't even answer it. She said, I mean, you guys came back and interviewed me again. And she said, now I want you to pay attention. I believe the sexual stuff, but I didn't believe he could do anything evil to her. That right there lets me know she knows something. She knows something. This man had a demented nature. It was one part during when this whole first thing was going on, and they asked about Stephan Stearns to Madeline Soto, right? She says, I can't remember where it was, but she said, he was at the computer when I came in the house. Instead of him looking for a job and all this other stuff, he was at the computer. Hat on backwards and everything else. Now, you always know, a lot of times, she said she believed the sexual stuff. That right there lets me know she knew this guy, and this is just my opinion, I'm just talking. She knew this dude was into some sick stuff, whether it was watching porn on a computer, or she might have stumbled across him with some crazy stuff on his thing. But she said, basically, if you broke all this down, I could see the sexual stuff because he's a freak, but I never thought he would kill her. Just saying that out your mouth as a mother after seeing the photos of your child dead, because you know they don't hold back nothing when they show this person, you know, a parent, what they see wasn't broken up, wasn't nothing. No crack in the voice, no snotty nose, no nothing. Oh, I believe the sexual stuff. So I could see, basically, I could see Stephan being that type of person with what I've seen in the past, but you still had him around your goddamn kid. Still had him around your baby. Still gave access from this pervert and predator around your kid. See the game? Come on now. Come on, you know better. Look at this part right here. This is the one part I was saving for y'all. Look.
So we showed you photos of Stephan raping.
No.
First thought you had was to ask his father if he should get a lawyer.
No. I saw a picture. I didn't see the rape. I didn't know she was getting raped until yesterday. I saw the picture of the oral sex happening. And I knew that was true, right? That's evidence. That's for real. That's fucking happening. But I kept thinking, they're going... I don't know why I can't tell you why my brain kept thinking, no, he didn't kill her. Not that he didn't kill her, but she's still missing. She's still out there. She was taken. Yes, he's done this to her, and that's not okay. But I swore she was still, I felt in my body she was still alive. She was still out there. I told Chris to get him a lawyer because I felt like you guys were chasing the wrong person.
Okay. You heard the officer tell her in that interrogation, in that interview, you saw the video of the rape of your daughter from Stephan Stearns. She said, no, I seen that yesterday. She said, I saw the oral pictures. She said, of Stephan Stearns with a child. How many of you ladies out there, protective mothers, could sit still after having that brought back up and replayed in your mind, whether it was a photo, video, or whatever? She showed no emotion. She sat there. She said, oh, when I saw that, it was like, it's evidence. Now remember, all of this is from them saying it was weird. You was trying to get him a lawyer. She wanted to get him a lawyer after she seen that. Think about that. Think about that, because she seen that way before. Then he found out she tried to give him a lawyer. Because remember, once they arrested him and got all that information, then they show her, who after she sees it, still goes to him and tries to, I can get you a lawyer. I offer you a lawyer. That right there is telling. That is telling. This guy violated your child in so many different ways, and here you are still trying to rush to his defense. What kind of woman are you, let alone human being? Your baby's gone, and you sitting over here in this man's face, trying to throw one last life preserver for him after doing something disgusting to your kid. She knew. And I'm going to tell you something. And I'm dying to tell y'all this. This is what I think is going to happen. This first trial is about the child pornography and all of that stuff. All those images of other kids other than Madeline Soto and what they found on Stephan Stearns' phone in reference to Madeline Soto and the case. That's the first case. That's the first trial. And that's coming up, right? February, I think it is. They're not going to bother her because she has nothing to do with that. Now, whether she knew or not about Stephan Stearns, I think he's going to drop a bomb in court because he's not really talking to his mom and them. They're left with a lot of answers, because I'm going to show you that full phone call, prison phone call, uninterrupted at the end. But they know that he's not saying nothing to them, so they got a lot of questions. His lawyers have told him not to say nothing at all to nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that's unanswered. But I do know this. The prosecution got evidence on top of evidence that links him to what, you know, both Madeline Soto's death and assault, physical assault, sexual assault. And they also know that the mom has something to do with it, but they laying off of her right now because this case right here, the first trial, is about all the sick stuff he was doing, so she ain't important right now. I guarantee you, once this thing is over with this first trial, you watch, she be in handcuffs. Because now, accessory to murder, because you had this monster around your kid and you knew he had a wild side to him, an extreme evil. And you kept him around you, whether you wanted a man in your life or you was codependent, something. I'm telling you. Look at this little part of the interview right here with Jen Soto as well.
I'm thinking he carried her out of the house. I don't know how he didn't get caught by any of my roommates or no one heard. You're saying he drove around all around town. I'm not sure where he could have gone.
This chick, I don't know where he could have gone. She's sitting there. They showed her video and photos of her child being disrespected in the most worst way possible. A child she should love and feel as though she protect. Any parent would carry some amount of guilt. Hear me? That, you know, I wasn't there when my child needed me most. Not just one time, but for years leading up to her death, of her being found behind a tree line off the side of a road. Nothing. No. She's like the female version, verbal version of Michael Myers. She just sits there and reacts. She doesn't have no emotion at all. What type of mother, after birthing a child and seeing them as an infant, growing all the way up to a 13-year-old young lady, experiencing their growth and experiencing ups and downs and growing to love a child that's been in your life for the past 13 years, don't shed a tear when police are talking to her and they showed her all that stuff. And all she's doing is defending the man that did it. I'm telling you. This first trial is going to go through and then they're going to rock her if he don't tell on her when he's there. And that brings us to this phone call that a lot of people have been talking about. A lot of people chopped it up. I'm going to play the whole phone call for you. And I'm going to bring out some key points if you don't want to listen to it, because this is a jail phone call. It's very boring. But a couple of things on here that I'm going to run through real fast on this phone call. First thing is he's on the phone with his dad, Chris. Now, we all talked about his dad before in previous videos that I did about this matter, where the dad is highly upset with him. And the dad don't want to deal with this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows that his son is a fuck up. The mom, on the other hand, she's doing a lot of blaming with Jen, saying, hey, he need to tell on her and he need to say he need to say what he need to say. It's all going to come out. It's all going to come out. Stephan Stern still think he going to get out. He still think he's going to get out. And what's crazy is the father, you could tell his displeasure on the phone when he talks to his son. And he doesn't really talk to his son like he's his son. He talks to his son like one man that got in trouble to another. And I respect that. The mom in the background, however, she's talking and, you know, she really don't hear her. But a few points in here I wanted to bring up in this conversation in case y'all don't want to watch it. First thing is this. He said the attorneys advised him to stay hush until trial. He got a bomb he gonna drop. I honestly believe that. Second thing is, he said in the phone call, he was surprised by the murder charge. So all that other stuff, he ain't got no choice but to own. But the killing her, he gonna fight that to the end. He already said on the phone call, he going to trial. Now I want you to think about this. Those that do stuff to children almost act like children when they get caught. Did you see him in the interrogation room? And it's not just him. Start watching when these predators, these child predators get caught, and when they get confronted with the evil, reflection of evil that they are by those that can do something about it. Watch how they like go back into a mode of where they're like children. Guy said he was surprised with the murder charge. But the other stuff he know gonna stick. This on the phone with his dad. Said he was upset 2 days before the death. His dad said that, hey, does all of this have something to do with you being upset? Because you seem like you was highly upset 2 days before this incident, Madeline Soto's death. He said, no, it wasn't nothing. I was just stressed about money and a job. And I think he was BSing about that. You know, you're not going to tell your father nothing except what you think is he wants to hear or make you look good in a positive light in essence of a negative situation. Claims that, and this is crazy. He said on the jail phone call, he claims that he got to Madeline's party after the party was over. Who was taking the pictures? I guess a family member or whatever. Because what, Jen Soto was supposed to be at work, right? I can't remember. I can't think back that far. But I mean, either way, it don't even matter. Oh, I got there later. She seemed happy. One of the things his father told him in his jail phone call, guys, I'm going to say this. He said, Dad said, the stuff they saying you're accused of carries a sentence of at least 40 years. He said in 40 years, everybody that you know will be gone. So Stephan Stearns tells him, oh, well, I need my Social Security card. He was like, what do you need that for? And I want you to look at the mindset of Stephan Stearns. I might need it for future reference, meaning when he gets out of prison, he'll have his Social Security card because it's locked away with his parents, where his parents got it. Why you ain't got your own Social Security card on you? But you know what, never mind, don't matter. But just thinking about that. I'm going to need my Social Security card later on in life. When I get out of this thing, he still think he's going to get out of this. The father and mother, though, are lost for words when it got down to the point. They said, you know, I wish we could have time where we could go somewhere and really talk about this. Stephan said, yeah, I know. Also, he says, and this is one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about. The father told Stephan Stearns, he say, you need to get in touch with the right people. I guess talking about his legal team, his defense team. He said, and have a long conversation with them, meaning if everything you know, you need to say it. Because the defense is telling him, keep your mouth shut. Don't say nothing until trial. Because he's going to trial. Don't say nothing until trial. The reason why is because he got so much evidence stacked against him. Anything out his mouth. Because, I mean, once he gets in court and they show all of this stuff, which they not really, I don't know, once they present all this evidence, let's say that, you're not going to be able to get out of it. You're not going to look positive at all. So the lawyers are like, yo, keep your mouth shut because we already got enough we got to deal with to try to see if we can mount some type of defense for you after this heinous crime you committed. In addition to that, man, this dude went into his father's storage unit. He wasn't allowed in his father's storage unit. On the conversation, you could see him kind of talking in code a little bit. And he was like, why were you over there? What were you doing? Oh, I just needed a couple of things out of it. He knew he wasn't permitted to be in his father's storage unit. But he was over there anyway. I don't know what he was over there doing. Probably don't even matter now, but you can see the displeasure in his father's voice. All in all, this thing is crazy. At the end, he asked for money for his commissary. And he was like, we're broke. We ain't got no money. And he was like, oh, okay. He said, for the next 30 days, we ain't got nothing. And he like, oh, all right. But I mean, I wanted to just talk to you about the situation as a whole. Honestly, guys, I'm not really going to keep harping on this because, I mean, what's out there is out there. Nothing new is going to come up. They're getting close to trial. Once in a while, they might mention the trials coming up to keep this thing going. But you mark my words, this is going to be one of the most craziest trials you've seen. And more is coming out. And by no means is Jen Soto off the hook. Because if she didn't know anything, the way everything she says, every time she opened her mouth, from the dumb look on her face, the way she carries herself, in those interviews, she had known. He's not saying nothing. And part of it might be that knows something about Jen that he told his defense team, and they're like, you don't say nothing about that till the right time comes up. So you keep your mouth shut, because he's not talking to his parents. The parents are in the dark. A lot of us are in the dark. And, you know, the media is in the dark. That's why any little thing that comes out, they grab it and run with it. But one thing is for sure, this is going to be a trial for the books. And this first trial is going to be big. That murder trial, I think, will be bigger for the simple fact that by that time, I'm almost 99% sure the fate of Jen Soto will be known then. But this first trial about the images and videos with dealing with children and all that stuff, that's in him, ain't really got nothing to do with her. So it's no sense even messing with that right now. Once this is over, you watch the hammer drop and her name will come up more frequently and she'll be in cuffs, because you cannot tell me she didn't know anything. Yeah, and one more thing before I show you this phone call. In the phone call, you'll hear Stephan say, I didn't start this. And you'll hear his dad say right to his ear over the phone, well, you might not have started it, but you contributed in it. So you're just as guilty whether you started it or not. Now, what did he mean by that? And that's the reason why I'm doing this video. What did he mean by I didn't start this? Was he talking about Jen putting telling Madeline Soto to go and lay in a bed with him and snuggle with him, a grown man? Or was it something else? He's holding some key information that I think he's only going to release at the lawyer's, advice when the trial starts, and it's going to finish her. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Here's the video in closing. The full conversation, jail call with Stephan Stearns and Pam. Take it as you will.
Hey,
Where the hell you been?
I've been trying to call. They've had us on lockdown so often. Every time I've asked them, we've been on a Code 5 lockdown.
Okay.
Which means I've been unable to call. I've been trying to call all weekend, too.
So you've been on lockdown all this time?
Off and on, yes. On the days that I've asked, we happen to be on lockdown, which means either an incident has happened or they're just so understaffed that they have to lock everyone down. It's probably more to do with understaffing.
Okay. How you been?
Well, had the world's shittiest birthday present, so.
Yeah. And then you didn't call, so I'm assuming because of changes that they prevented you from calling?
No, they were actually moving me around a lot, shuffling back and forth, so I was having to get my phone privileges jockeyed back and forth, which takes a little while. And then, like I said, the days that I was asking, we happened to be on lockdown on those days. So it's just been inconvenient.
Okay.
Very inconvenient timing, and then we were on lockdown all weekend. I wanted to call my mom's birthday. I tried to call yesterday. I tried to call Saturday, and it was no go anytime. So, but I've been wanting to call. How have you been?
I'm trying to put this on speaker.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put this on speaker. Okay.
How have you been? Can you hear me?
Good. Can you hear us?
Yes. Is Mom there with you?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
What's that?
Stephan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Is Mom with you?
Hang on a second.
Okay.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
Stephan,
I can hear you. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, I got some speaker.
Okay. Is Mom there?
Yes, mom's with me now.
Okay. Happy birthday, belated birthday, Mom, and happy belated Mother's Day.
Hi, sweetheart. I was so hoping to hear from you. I'm so glad I'm hearing from you now.
Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't able to call you all weekend. They had us on lockdown, so no one was able to do anything.
Were you expecting these charges?
No.
The murder charge.
Oh, well, we know you're not.
Okay, so you got blindsided by that.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not true. I never would have wanted her gone for any reason, so, premeditated first degree is kind of a dick punch.
Yeah.
No, I was wondering if you had any updates or anything.
Nope, we haven't heard a thing. Just, speculation that she's been
Hiding
put in an institution and hiding in an institution.
at her lawyer's request.
Yeah.
I mean, are you cooperating with police about her participation in any of this stuff?
There's been no opportunity for me to cooperate with anything. As I understand, the police keep saying that I'm uncooperative, but they haven't asked me anything to cooperate with, so whatever that means.
So your attorney isn't approaching them and saying, my client would like to speak with you?
No, my attorneys are pretty much saying to keep my mouth shut until the trial starts.
Well, okay.
Okay. I don't know why they were going to wait till the trial, but that's their business, not mine.
They don't want anything to hurt my chances.
Yep, understand. Okay.
Hey, what was Joey's last name?
Beltry?
Yeah, Veltri.
Joey Beltry? Beltry?
Beltry.
Beltry or Beltry?
Veltri with a V. Like victory.
V.
Yep. Okay. All right.
So, yeah, it's basically, obviously this confirms that they're artificially inflating everything up as high as they can possibly do it.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So I don't know
What'll stick.
what the plan is there. If they're just trying to scare me into pleading down, or I don't know.
No, they're not.
Okay.
They're just trying to hurt me as much as possible.
Are you able to share the Saturday night before you left for Kissimmee? You were pretty upset about something. Did it have to do anything with Kissimmee and the events that took place the next couple of days?
No.
Okay.
No, I was just stressed out about money and job and everything like that.
Some woman got on a YouTube thing and said that you weren't even at the party.
Party?
Yeah, her birthday party.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet. I went up there Sunday evening and got there after she was done at her party.
Oh, okay.
And we were very happy that I was there. We were very happy that the three of us were together. It was shaping up to be a great week and a great visit. There's no reason for anything to happen that happened.
Is there some explanation of I came up Wednesday morning, met you at the hotel early in the morning, and is there some explanation why you left and went where you went?
I was driving around.
Okay. Understood you were driving around, but they know where you were driving around.
Yeah.
And we know.
Okay. I had wanted to grab a few things and get my ducks in a row, kind of prepare myself for whatever was coming, but I couldn't find what I was looking for.
Okay.
And then I ended up just kind of driving around aimlessly.
Okay. I mean, you asked me to come up and we hardly spent 35 minutes the entire time I was there throughout the entire day. And it's like, I wasn't sure why I was there. And then I was caught off guard by what happened later that afternoon, and obviously haven't seen you since.
Yeah, well, I just felt like I needed an ally there.
Well, I wish you had come to me and talked to me about some stuff, and maybe I could have helped you out in some way, giving you some advice. But certainly, under the extenuating circumstances, what was later discovered obviously couldn't help you any further than what had already taken place. So the most logical thing would be to have, face up to it and have a conversation with the appropriate authorities or get an attorney or something. But be that as it may.
Yeah, well, okay.
Yep.
Well, we got a copy of your birth certificate for Sheila Marino and for your case. We're trying to get hospital records from the TBI, but Sarasota Memorial says you were never a patient there, so that's ridiculous because we know you were.
Yeah. And were you able to find my Social Security card?
Yes.
Good. I presume it was probably in that mouse toy box with everything?
I don't know.
No, it wasn't.
It's in my,
No, I don't recall where it was, but it wasn't. It wasn't there. But
I don't remember if you had confirmed or not. Were you able to find my watch?
No, we weren't.
Yeah.
So
there was no popcorn box.
Little silver mouse
we already
toy.
had your Social Security card, so why did you think we needed? I already knew your number. Why did you think we need to find the card?
Just in case I was going to need it in the future.
Okay. Well, we have that.
How long I'm going to be here, or if or when I'll ever be released, or if you guys are going to be around at that point. But birth certificate, Social Security card might be things I'll need in that case.
Well, the penalty for the crimes you have been charged with carry a minimum 40-year sentence. So obviously we're going to be gone. Rick will be gone. We'll all be gone. We're sad about that, obviously, because there won't be anybody here for you when you come out.
Yeah, and I'll be lucky if I have another 40 years left in me either, so.
Yeah.
I guess everything sticks.
I wish there was a way that, you and I can have a conversation, all of us could have a conversation to understand what's taken place, how this came about, how you arrived here, because it would help us better understand the situation, because we're at a loss for understanding how all this came about. I mean, we're just totally baffled.
Well, I didn't start it.
Oh, you didn't start it, but you participated in it, which is just as bad as not starting it, but that's for another day. Again, I don't know
details or anything, but, if you'd like to schedule a visit with me or something, maybe we can find some way to talk.
I don't know. I think we're always going to be recorded, so there won't be an opportunity to do that. Now, we have to make arrangements for you to sign off on a power of attorney so we can do something with this car.
Yeah.
And I would have to bring a document over. They won't even let me see you. I would just hand it to the classification officer. He would bring it in, you'd sign it, they would notarize it, give it back to me, and I would leave.
Okay. I think I just got the 1-minute warning.
Okay.
So yeah. Give them whatever you need, and I'll sign whatever I need to sign. In the meantime, I'll try to call back in the next couple of days and we'll talk some more. If you wouldn't mind putting a little more money in my commissary as well.
All right, I can't do much stuff because we are really, when I say dead ass broke, I mean dead ass broke, but I'll do what I can.
Okay, I appreciate it.
That could change, but right now, for the next 30 days, we are definitely in lockdown.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, all right. I'll try to get over there within the week to get the POA taken care of.
Okay. There's a 15-minute cool down before I can call back. I'll see if I can call back again. If not, I'll try to call back in the next couple of days.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Okay.